dude, your coffee's so good, and then it get my heart's racing right
I appreciate that. I make a strong batch of coffee, don't I?
Oh, yeah. I'm wired.
What the fuck's up, Joe Bins? Woo! You smell that, Brendan? That's W, baby. Because the double champ is here. Fucking Brendan did it again.
It feels really good.
The champion of the Sugar Sean poker tournament back to back. You might as well be the fucking sponsor of this shit. That's a real W right there. This guy.
Back to back, and it's back to that.
You fucking killed it, dude. You know, Jobins, you know, some people win in life, some people lose. You know, you can try as hard as you want. Sometimes you still lose. Sometimes you can walk through life always smiling, always happy, and good things happen. That's you, Brendan Michael. I take notes. Me and Brock are taking notes. We're going, how do we win like this guy? So my cards are down, and I'm going to study you because you're killing it.
Yeah, no, it feels good. It's been a good week all around, man.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, winning that game just
Walk
topped
us
it off.
through. You, Jobins, he's going mental to mental battles with elites. You're a celebrity poker champion right now. And not only just celebrity, these are sport athletes and then fighting athletes. You know what kind of mental warfare they go through every day? And you're challenging these guys in cards and winning?
It's a good point, man. Dude. It's just like when you have a good hand, you got to believe in yourself, but you also got to, like, it's a classic saying. It's cliche as hell, but Jovins, when you got to know when to hold them and you got to know when to fold them.
You got to know it. Yeah, dude.
It's the truth, though.
My boy was like, y'all thought this was a fucking joke and a fucking oopsie. Nope. I'm coming to dominate. I'm coming to show you who the real fucking boss is. And that's Brendan Michael Moranin. We might have found your calling.
Yeah, I mean,
you're good.
I even did pretty decent at the poker table, too, afterwards at Desert Diamond.
We might have found your calling.
Well, it's just like maybe just limit it to one time a week, and then I have to cap out on how much I lose. Because you win some and you lose some. And Jobins, I've lost before, too. This was just a really good week again.
So you're just shy of $1,000 total in winning with only just 100 put in.
Well, actually, I would have over 1,000 in winnings because of the roulette that I won.
I wasn't,
too.
If
you're counting all the gambling.
That's here or there. I'm keeping it at the poker table where you're dominating, where you're the champ, where you're the rising star. He went toe-to-toe with Tommy Guns, Jobins. And this was a battle. At first, you were dominating. It was like, oh, man, this is going to be a wrap. Then Tommy comes back. All of a sudden, Tommy gets all the fucking green chips in the hand. Brendan's kind of playing dumb.
Well, that's because Tommy, and I got to give Tommy credit, he's really good at goading people in to a game. And I didn't have a great hand, but it wasn't bad enough to fold off the first when he does the, what's it called, the bridge. So it was like, I was like, oh, man, I can still call, but he just antagonizes me sometimes, and I throw in a lot more than I should have. You got to, like I said, you got to know when to fold them, and that's what killed me that hand.
Then you came back. Then he came back, and then you finally finished it. It was quite the battle.
Dude, and then he likes to say, let's make it interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Let's make it interesting. Let's throw a little in the pot. Like it's no big deal, carefree. And that's when I start losing.
So, again, here I am, Jobins. When my boy's at battle, I got his back no matter what. And my boys at the poker table, I got fucking carried away. They had to take me away from the poker table. They said, Schmitty, get up and leave because I was causing too much of a ruckus.
Honestly, dude, when when Sean and Tim and those guys are like, hey, don't be giving him advice. Look where you're at. It's like, no, I actually appreciated the advice because it's after I have a bad hand like that hand I had with Tommy. And it does reset me, dude. So I did appreciate it because I was like, yeah, that's right. I made a mistake.
Yep. Schmitty had to go away from the table. I kept Tommy was talking shit, so I got to talk shit too. I'm like, yeah, Tommy. I'm like, let's make it interesting, Tommy. Like, go all in. And then I almost had him go all in on that one hand. That's when Warlock's like, we need you to step up and go away from the table. I was like, God damn it. But yeah, too much fun. It is a lot of fun playing poker with the boys. I'm not one. I don't care about the casino and going to do all that kind of stuff. I'd rather just have fun with the boys, play a little 50, get our minds off shit, and have some fun.
Dude, what screwed me over at the casino, Jobins, at the table, was because we play with Trey, and I know how Trey plays, so I knew when he was bluffing. But I didn't take into account there's another player that I don't even know who's betting with us, and I'm not even thinking about the cards he might have. I had a jack, and then he throws down the queen. He had a higher pair. It killed me. And then, of course, Trey had nothing in that hand. So it's like I would have won if we were just in the Jobin poker tournament, but we have other factors to play in.
Right.
And then this guy gets me, and he takes in. Oh, dude, he cashed out. I heard like just a few hands after.
Was I the first out yesterday or the second?
I think you were the first, bro.
I was the first. Well, Sean had to buy in. Sean bought in. I didn't buy in this time. So yeah, Schmitty was the first one out. I had 2 hands, pair of 7s, both time, nothing. And then you got me twice. Tim got me once. And I swear, Jobins, I thought this motherfucker was bluffing on the second hand. That really fucked me. I was making sure you couldn't look at me, right? I'm looking down at my cards, and I'm giving you no fucking attention, but I'm looking at you through my peripherals. And we're all going through, and I just keep seeing him looking, and he's kind of just like fucking, And then he made Sean go out, right? And I just had this, and it felt like you were fucking bluffing. You got me. And I'm like, this motherfucker got anything. I kept putting 2s in. Then we got Tim out, and you just kept calling it. I'm like, all right, let's see. And then you fucking got me. I forget. Do you remember what you got me with that round?
I think I had a 2-pair.
2-pair?
But either way, the reason you probably thought that, because I kept looking at my cards, and then I keep looking at the river, it's like, I should have had my glasses, Jovins, because it was hard at the poker table, too, in the casino. I just standing up the whole time, like, looking over.
You should have your glasses next time. Take your glasses next time.
But
we need to get you a fucking belt. We need to get you a medal. We need something to display who the champ is the next time Brendan sits down at that poker table.
The best part, too, is I was talking shit before in our group chat, and they're like, oh, man, I can't wait to play right now. I was like, due time. I'll take your money in due time. I said that in the text before.
Ready for this? So I guess I feel bad. I felt bad because I felt like I was the kind of cause for you guys being late.
No, there was other factors.
Yeah, just because I was like, well, I have to work until 2, right? And Sean wanted me there ASAP. So I took clothes. I didn't see you guys that morning, and I took my clothes to Sean's. You text me when I'm like literally pulling into Sean's driveway, and you're like, are you coming back to the house, or are we meeting at Sean's? I'm going, oh fuck. I'm like, meet at Sean's. I'm like, oh fuck. Jobins, when Sean wants to do something, when Tim wants to do something, they want to do it.
Yeah.
Tim was waiting. Tim was the patient one yesterday.
Yeah, Sean called me while. Oh yeah, dude.
Sean was having the hardest time sitting still. If you ever want to laugh at something, it's watching Sean O'Malley have to stay still and wait for something. Because, wow. There he was again, looking like fucking Phil from Rugrats.
Mama dude, it's Phil. Crazy, dude. I delayed the game too, Jopins. I felt bad.
He's like, huh, should we just play? Should we just wait? And everyone was like, let's just wait. They're almost here. So yeah. And then the fact that the double champ does whatever the fuck he wants. He showed up when he didn't show up late. He showed up when he wanted because he said that's my table. So.
Next week's going to be a problem, dude.
Dude, I keep
They're going to be coming after me.
Dude, the hands Warlike gives me makes me want to bash my head on the table. He kept giving. And then also what's on the table, the flops. Ugliest flops, ugliest hands.
I tip Nick, too, for his dealing. He's a real professional, though, when it comes to the dealing. And it's fun watching him play, actually, too.
Yep.
And then plus he does help out because I definitely, if we were playing at home, would have lost some hands because of the whole rule where it's like if you have to count on the river for your hand, like it's like a split pot. There was times when the split pots, I was like, yeah, let's go with what Nick's saying. So I get half of it.
Well, what I like is I'm learning the more professional way to play poker. Because, when you grow up playing with your family, you're not playing that professional level. You're just playing the basics, having fun, getting good at it.
Tim took the cards off the table a couple times. I didn't want to say anything, but that's not apparently you're not supposed to do that.
Warlike was on his phone a couple times this time around, and even at one point, me and Tim look at each other and go, I see Sean on his phone, I see Warlike at his phone, and I look at Tim, I go, I don't know what's happening right now. And Tim goes, oh yeah, I know, that deserves almost getting knocked the fuck out.
Oh, yeah, damn, that was set on the side.
Oh yeah, we were right there, and we're like, yep.
You think they were texting each other?
This was right at the beginning. They didn't. They laughed. And then he took out his phone a couple other times. And then I go into observe mode. I was watching the boys play poker. I was playing security for Sean. And I'm watching the dealer at the casino. Warlike's amazing. but he's got some leveling up. He's got some work to still do.
Yeah.
The way these guys throw the carts.
Oh, that was cool.
This dude's not even. He's like, and they're mad, and they're going straight to people, and they're spinning.
That is cool.
It was like he could have made it like those types of things that fall off the trees, the helicopters, and throw it. And it was almost like he was damn near doing that with the cards. It's magical. So Warlock, you got some leveling up to still do. Are you fantastic, phenomenal? Absolutely. But you got some.
I wouldn't have anyone else in the group do it.
Oh yeah, and I love heckling. I like him getting on me. Sometimes I even tested him. I knew that dealers weren't supposed to shake hands, so I go, "Oh, thanks for that war," like that, and test.
That's interesting. You're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, no, dealers can't fucking touch anybody. Yep. Also, Tim touched my coins at one point in time. I was like, and I wanted to go, "Hey, dealer, so what happens when someone touches someone else's money?"
I was hiding my greens behind my blue and reds.
I keep fucking up in the very beginning. I had my jar on the velvet or whatever it's called again, the table. I gotta remember not to put shit on. But yeah, again, Jobin, poker with the boys, phenomenal. Still learning how everyone plays. Everyone thinks I'm a wild card still. I haven't really actually been serious. I like having fun.
You go too much on hands that aren't worth that commitment.
You know what it is? It's sometimes, again, Tim got me too with bluffing. I felt like that fucker didn't have anything. He didn't have anything. The last flop, he got his card, and it's just like sometimes that's just the way poker is.
You know what I told Sean too? This is awesome because I was like, I showed him my hand. I was like, I never fold when I got the ace and I got a pair. If I have an ace high like that, I'm committed. And it usually is like Jobin's like 80% success rate for me.
Look at you.
And then every time he would be walking around, I'd be like, "Remember what I told you, Sean?" And then when I would flip it, Jovins, it would be an ace in there too. The ace is my best friend.
Sevens.
My best friend.
I kept getting the sevens yesterday. I'm staying the fuck away from sevens for a while. If I see anything to do with seven, I'm putting them away.
It was a fun time.
Good shit. Proud of you, soldier. Way to defend. Jobins, we got big fights this weekend. There was really good fights last night. Really crazy shit. How much is all happening? I'm feeling back in love with UFC. I'm feeling that spark again, and it feels good.
Did you catch the fights yesterday?
Yeah, we were watching. What? We were watching
man.
at work.
It sucks because I have to work Jobins on Saturdays a lot.
We had him up at the gym. I'm working, but I get to go in and see. Before me and Tim did the confidential, I wanted to watch and then we ended up watching it live for the last two fights. But yeah, dude. Terrence McKinney, Jobins. Man, that guy. I love his story. I love his personality, who he is as a human. And he's just been that guy, right? It's like
he's had some tough fights.
Fuck. He's either your parlay is incredible because of him, or you're going, God damn it, Terrence McKinney, and he's getting fucking knocked out. But last night he looked good, dude. His body looks good. He looks sharp. I'm very interested to see him come back. I hope he has a really quick turnaround.
You think so?
I hope so, dude. He's still young. He's still good. Like he could just be one of those guys that it just took time to develop.
Do you remember how he won? Was it by a decision or did he?
Fuck, what was it?
Finish him?
I'm pretty sure it was by finish, right?
Damn, I wish I had seen the fights. I was upset.
Fuck,
I missed all these fights, Jovins.
Why am I having a hard time? I'm pretty sure it was by finish, or maybe it was by decision. There was a lot of good
At least he looked good,
night.
though. I'm rooting for him, too. I like T-Rex.
Yeah. Fuck, why am I dropping? Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Good fight. I'm very excited to see him next. The fucking MVP Shar Bullet fight.
That's crazy.
Shar Bullet, dude. To lose an eye in a training camp. Fuck.
He's scary looking.
None of us know what that's like. You ever have something in your eye and it's bugging the fuck out of you?
Dude, yeah, I have.
That's one of the most irritating feelings ever. And apparently someone was talking to me too that like when your eye's fucked up like that and if you don't keep it moisturized and eye drops, that it starts to shrink and it dies or some shit and it gets smaller and smaller. Like, dude, there's so many things with your eyes.
Have you ever been pepper sprayed before?
No.
I let my buddy in college pepper spray me, and it killed me, Jovins. And it even burns your neck and everything, the peppers that they use and crush down and grind and then spray.
No, thank you.
Even like a gallon of milk pouring over your eyes. I mean, I don't... And then getting poked, too. Like, getting poked sucks, so...
Oh, my God.
Yeah, your eyes are so sensitive.
I sometimes drop to my fucking knees when an eyelash gets in my eye. Lord, please take it out before I can't carry on with life if this is in my eye for one more second.
Mm-hmm. Dude, shout out to everyone that wears contacts too, because honestly, I opt in for glasses because I've tried contacts in high school and I hated it, and it would get me. That would be pretty fire.
Your aunt would be smiling down from above if you took some of that money and benefited your own life with it. Mm-hmm. And that's LASIK. Mo praises it. Tim praises it. It would change your life.
That would be pretty fire.
I think you should do it. I'm advocating it. But to have surgeries, to have your eye worked on, and then to still go fight, like Bullet's another level. And then he hung in there with MVP. Mm-hmm. And very skilled. I'm still very excited to see where he goes. He ain't done.
Shout out to MVP though,
dude.
Like that's a tough guy to beat.
Went up a weight class. Look, I thought he looked like he was reminding me of Anderson Silva.
That's so cool.
The way he was dancing in the first. Tim didn't agree. Didn't think so at all. But I thought he did, Jobins. The way he was moving and in and out, the way he was dropping his hands down, he was landing big shots.
Dude, I like MVP. I was so upset, honestly. I'm still upset about that Ian Gary fight.
Why?
Because Ian Gary did all wrestling. I know it's MMA. It just sucks because it's like everyone praises Gary's stand-up too. Mm-hmm. And then we don't get to see any of it because he just wrestles MVP the whole time.
Dude, remember the Pokemon Ball days with MVP? Like when he was the big shit talker? Mm-hmm. And he still did a great job. I thought he did a great job. Tim was upset and thought that he was dumb that he didn't call anyone out. But I was like, man, you moved up a weight class, right? A lot of things are tied up in your weight class. I thought the fight kind of spoke for itself. And he even said that he'll fight. He's like, everybody. Mm-hmm. He's like, look, everybody. So essentially, I feel like he's calling out anybody. And I feel like he's in that position.
If there's an argument to be made.
Do you know what fight I think he should get?
What fight's that?
Boom. So a guy like MVP, guys, going up a weight class, challenging those people, winning. I know he's a big dude. He looked thick last night in the belly.
Really?
He's just kind of thick in all the weird spots, but he's got them fucking skinny legs, skinny long arms. He's a kind of a unique build to where he's able to go up a weight class and get a win over a rising star, tough opponent, go all the rounds.
I'm loving to hear who this is.
Right? All right. So I'm going to give you the top 10 175ers right now. Mm-hmm. The champ is Bilal. 1's Leon Edwards. 2, Shavkat. 3, Usman. 4, Jack Della Mandala. 5, Sean Brady. 6, Joaquin Buckley. 7, Ian Gary. 8, Gilbert Burns. 9, Colby Covington. 10, Geoff Neal.
Dude, oh
this
my God.
This is a pretty stacked fucking
I'm
division.
going to say, I don't think he stands a chance against a lot of those guys.
Really?
Yeah. If Ian Gary wrestle fucked him like that, dude. You know, a lot of guys on that list are good.
You're gonna like this then, and you're gonna think because hear me out, Jobins. So, all right, Bilal is obviously his hands hurt. He's probably gonna fight Shavkat, right? Because they were supposed to fight.
Yeah.
So he's probably gonna when that is gonna happen. Who knows? Leon Edwards is fighting Jack in March.
Okay.
Right. I think it should be Usman. Usman's on a 3-fight losing streak, right? Mm-hmm. So if I'm Usman, exactly what you're saying. Hey, man, look what Ian Gary did to him. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So if I'm Usman and I get a win over MVP, which is a big name, you're a big name, I'd like to see it on a main event. You can even maybe put it on the main card easy. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But I'd like to see a 5-rounder. 5-rounder, everyone's going to go, oh, that's Usman all day with the 5-rounder with the wrestling. But I don't know, dude. At the same time, that long length, I'm feeling very Leon Edwards vibes from MVP. Story-wise, who he is, motivation. I don't know if it's the accent, but I'm getting it. And I feel like, guys, MVP is going to be the guy that spoils a lot of plans. Because here's at the end of the day, right? Who's going to be the champ after Leon Edwards and Shavkat?
Dude, you know whose name I liked? And maybe I'm biased because we're from St. Louis, but Joaquin Buckley.
Yeah.
He's been looking really good. And that's someone who, like, because Usman,
you're right.
Usman's wrestling, like we're all saying, is really strong. If I'm MVP, the fight doesn't make as much sense for me as it does for Usman. So I might look at Joaquin Buckley.
Well,
who was also, it's like, I don't know, though. Joaquin
6.
Buckley could take you down and do the same thing.
Current champion with Usman, number 3. Joaquin Buckley, dangerous up-and-comer. If I'm MVP, it's like,
that's tough.
It is. It's
both of those fights. I don't know.
That's why it's interesting. He moved up. I know. And then, dude, all eyes are on Hamzat. All eyes are on Hamzat, right? So we got DDP versus Sean Strickland this weekend, Joe, which I'm super excited for. We'll get to that. I want Sean Strickland to get this win. I like DDP, but I like Sean Strickland more. Let me give you the top 10 right now. So right now, champ DDP, 1, Sean Strickland, 2, Izzy. So I don't know if this is, it obviously hasn't been updated yet. 3, Hamzat, 4, Robert, 5, Amavab. So obviously Amavab's going to take Izzy's
He's
spot,
been looking
right?
really good even before the last fight.
And then, dude, this weight class is kind of iffy right now because after that, Kalo Boralho for number 6.
Really good fighter.
Marvin Vittori, Jared Cannonier, Brandon Allen, and then you got Roman Dolidze. How do you say it?
Dolidze? I know who you're talking about, yeah.
Again, this is tough, dude. Hamzat is all eyes on Hamzat because everyone's like, oh, no matter who wins this fight Saturday, it's Hamzat.
That's another crazy one with Usman looking so good against Hamzat.
Mm-hmm. Let us know in your comments, Jobins. Who do you want to see?
Damn.
Who do you guys want to see? Fuck. I'm blanking. Sorry. Hi. We're waking up.
Are you talking about who you want to see fight DDP next? After he beats, we'll talk about that soon.
Awkward.
Where do you think Izzy goes, though?
Oh.
Or you got
MVP.
it?
Sorry. Yeah. Who do you guys want to see? Sorry. Brain fart, Jobins. It's been a good morning. Who do we want to see MVP fight next? Because he's in an interesting position. When you're doing good in your division, you go up a division, you get a win. It's very interesting, especially when both divisions got a lot going on. So, who do you guys want to see? Me, I kind of like the Usman. You make a good point with the Joaquin Buckley.
What about Gary rematch?
Nah. Who does Ian Gary fight next? That's an interesting one too. Maybe
someone up there.
Maybe the loser of the Jack Mandela and Leon Edwards.
That's going to be a good fight, too. I'm excited for a lot of the fights coming up.
I know. It's going to be a phenomenal year, Jobins. Something about this year, it's weird. It's eerie how similar things feel.
And then it's just like fighters. It's sad to see what happened to Izzy, too, honestly.
I was saying it before, and I'll say it again. Huge respect. I usually am... the first thing Sean O'Malley says to me, he goes, "Oh, that probably made you happy, huh?" Because he knows how much
you don't like him.
Sometimes Izzy pisses me off with the way he acts and says things, but I get it. You know what I mean? But look at his career. He is one of the best to ever do it. His fighting resume is fucking insane. The win streak he went on, who he beat, to lose, come back and knock out Alex Pereira,
who's looking unstoppable now.
Right?
Yeah.
And then it's sad because the last few losses have been really tough.
Yeah.
So that's why on the confidential, I was saying, hey man, Izzy has a good energy about himself. He's really good at articulating how he feels and what he thinks about things. And he's funny. He can be funny.
Dude,
right?
I loved what you were telling me earlier. If Izzy retires, I'd love to see him in a movie.
I know.
Honestly, and he's such an anime fan, too. Right? You know how big of an anime fan he is? Yeah. What if he did like a live adaptation or voice act? Like he's already done voice acting, actually.
Really?
In anime, believe it or not.
What, do you remember the show?
Oh, I can't. It was on his UFC countdown. He was talking about it.
Because, dude, like Tim says, this is about damaging your body, this career. And your time comes. There's always a new wolf that's hungry that has never had what you've had, right? And you don't want to see people like I can't wait for Justin Gaethje and Dan Hooker.
Oh my God, that's gonna be an epic fight. Both those guys.
But do you know how much I love Justin Gaethje and I want him to be okay after fighting? And there's gonna be he's gonna need some serious fucking upkeeping with health, but I don't want that for Izzy. I don't want Izzy to be hanging around, keep getting knocked out and finished and shit. Taking punches to the head. I'd much rather see act. And I know it's hard. Like, acting isn't easy. I'm not trying to say it is.
Dude,
we don't think acting's easy.
Izzy's got an edge because he already does. He's a good dancer too. Like,
right?
On his Instagram and everything, he's like a celebrity the same way Sean's a celebrity. Like, he does things outside the box.
He's actually a 4-star actor already. He's fun. He's charismatic. He can dance. Can he sing? Ooh, maybe
Probably
he's
not. Probably not.
Damn, he's not a 3-star then. But he's a 3-star because he can fight. So that's stunts. You know what I mean? If he could sing, that's a 4-star. So I'd like to see him do it.
Honestly, I'm just pissed that there's not more martial arts movies.
And he's young. He pisses me off sometimes. Let him be a bad guy. I'd like to see Izzy be a bad guy.
That would be fire.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just good writing, good directing, and actually make it good. Good movies.
Did you see him lose live to Imavov?
Yeah, we were watching it.
Dude, I'm happy I missed that one, honestly. It's just watching him lose is like watching Max Holloway lose.
I know, dude. Especially in that way, dude. It's just the way we don't want to see it.
I respect you saying that, though, and being cool about it, because you've always been a huge hater on him, too. So that's respect.
Yeah. Just because he's won my heart with how he's been lately. Because he didn't have to take this tough fight.
And that guy could be next champ,
right?
Too.
And then to be that low, it's like, man. That was a good, like, it shows where he always knows where he's kind of at. He's realistic, you know? And I can admire and honor that part. And I do feel bad for him. At the end of the day, even though in the past, Schmidt wants Izzy to be okay.
True. All the fighters, for sure.
Right? What happens next for Izzy? Everyone's telling him to retire. It's tough. I think that comes down to what Izzy wants. Most fighters want to always keep fighting. They're fucking crazy legends. They just love fighting. They love going striking, doing their thing. So be a coach, too. Like, teach next generation.
Yeah, there's no reason to leave the whole environment, for sure.
When I see Tim and Sean together on the mats, and they're kind of and Sean's kind of helping a little, talking to people, it's so cool. It's pretty sick to see.
Damn.
So, yeah.
Gym's a magical place, man, for
right?
sure.
So, yeah, last night's fights were pretty good. Let's get into UFC 312 here, Jobins. Our predictions and picks. DDP versus Sean Strickland 2. Middleweight titles on the line. Women's titles on the line. It's a good night of fights. It's a good night of fights.
I got them all screenshotted.
First off, DDP. Very tough, very durable, right? Sean Strickland, guys. Every time this dude fights and he's fighting people, the way his fighting style is, his face doesn't add up to this. It doesn't match.
When's the last time you watched the first fight against them? Because I'd like to watch it again. I feel like he took some damage still. He still got some hits. DDP did.
His face had minimal damage compared to DDP. DDP looked like he got fucking batted around, swollen up, fucked up. Yeah. And then with like the Paulo Costa fight, that was super impressive. You got a big jack Paulo Costa guy who can just one good punch to someone's face can fuck
What's
you
up with Paulo Costa too? Because when he has those high profile fights, like the one he had with Sean Strickland, the one he had with Izzy, he was like not having any action. He kept backing up.
That's why Tommy Gunn's gonna fucking tear the shit up, Jobins, because it is all not. You have to have the skills and also the mindset, and you always have to. Every time you fight, you got to have that mindset, and it's believing in yourself is such a big part of it.
I feel like Paulo Costa, honestly, he is someone too that I would say would have some success outside of MMA because of how funny he is too, like his charisma and stuff. He could maybe be in movies too.
Yeah. But it's so hard. I'm just low. Because it's like, dude, Tim, think about coaching and being a coach and being a fighter and being a champion. The mindset that you had towards acting is how people have mindsets towards fighting. Like, oh my God, I can never be a fighter. That'd be so hard. And then they don't become fighters. But to you, Tim Welch, you love jiu-jitsu. You love that wasn't hard to you. It was hard. But you loved it so much, it was your passion that you overcame those challenges. Same thing when it comes to people who like movies and to you that seems hard. To you, Tim Welch, that seems like it would be impossible to do because that's not what you love and do. To the people who are loving doing it, yeah, it's hard. It's very difficult, but it's the passion and love that drives you for it.
And bro,
that makes it doable.
Bro, Jovins, think about this too. Like, we're already on camera all the time. Tim's on camera all the time himself. It's like you're only one step away from the acting part.
We ready, baby. I know. I think sometimes Tim and Sean put it in their heads. They're not movie guys. We can name so many movies they've never seen them, and they're incredible movies that are like, oh my God, before your life ends, you should watch this. You know what I mean?
Well, and also, though, there's a lot of movies that I put on that you hate on, too.
Oh, yeah. I'm a passionate movie reviewer. I love art. I love cinematography. I love dedication to people telling stories.
Dude, but
makes life seem larger and bigger.
I feel like they get too hung up, and this was with all the mixed martial artists. They get too hung up on the acting aspect when all the movies back in the day didn't have great acting, and they were still badass because of all the action and explosions and everything going on.
Right.
That new metal period, you're playing some freaking Limp Bizkit. You got Triple X with Vin Diesel. You got that. That was such a legendary time, bro. And it's like you don't need good acting to be in movies like that. You hate on those movies and everything, so maybe that's your counter argument.
Triple X, you know, when we're in that time period, it just seemed like that's how things were. But now that time period is over and you go back and rewatch it, it's like, holy shit.
The skateboarding, extreme sports, everything.
Yeah,
Tony Hawk pulls up and picks him up.
The guy exploding, and it's like, well, that would never happen. And then you got fucking Vin Diesel flying in the air, dirt bike. Trick kicks a guy in the face, lands back on the motorcycle, explosion in the background. It's like, my God.
That's badass.
Michael Bay was massive influence.
Make movies great again.
Yeah.
Come on, Trump. Bring those kind of movies back.
A lot of those action movies back. Rambo? Come on. Who doesn't love Rambo?
Exactly.
Bring them back. I'm down to.
So don't get hung up on the acting part, guys.
It's just so like cringy sometimes.
I love the corny one-liners too. Watching Arnold Schwarzenegger's Commando, and he's like, blow off some steam, Bennett, and he throws the freaking pole through his chest. Oh, that's crazy.
Maybe that time period those movies were being made because maybe everything was so damn serious and those kinds of movies hadn't existed yet. That's why it was so like
everything's so serious now. That's why it's the perfect environment for those types of movies.
Right? You got a good point. It would be fun. And like you make a cringy action film today like that,
yeah.
You know you're laughing on set. In between takes, you're fucking laughing.
And you got so many badasses that could be in your movies.
Right?
It's almost easier today than ever before.
Right? All right, let's get through our picks. Here, Jim. We'll start with the main card. Jake Matthews versus Francisco Pardo. Jake Matthews, man, 27, 30 years old, 5'9", 73-inch reach. This dude's always in the trenches, man. He's always been like fighting the up-and-coming guys, fighting newcomers, fighting tough people. Yeah, he's 3-2 in his last 5. Last fought was Phil Rowe in June of 2024 by decision. Damn. Now, dude, he's got 13 UFC wins, 7 UFC losses.
That's a vet right there. That's a lot of fights.
I think this is where he wins the fight because you got Francisco Pardo. He's 12-2. He's 22 years old.
Damn, that's young as hell. 22 years
5'8", 69-inch reach. So shorter reach, inch shorter.
Mm-hmm.
He's 1-2 in the UFC. 6 wins by TKO, 6 wins by sub. I think the veteran Jake Matthews, because of the experience, you got 20 UFC fights.
Mm-hmm. He's good all around too. He's a pretty true mixed martial artist.
30 years old.
And hometown advantage.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a decision win, Jake Matthews.
Ooh, a decision win?
Who do you got?
I'm going to go Jake Matthews. I'm going to say decision too because the other guy, dude, he doesn't want to lose again.
Right? I'm going to say decision. Next, and Jake Matthews always kind of fuck my parlays up. Jimmy Crute, you always kind of fuck my parlays up too.
Yeah, he does.
It's because when I believe in you guys, I believe in you guys. And then tough fights, you lose, happens. Again, Jimmy Crute's got a tough fight. Rodolfo Bellato, I hope I just said that right. 12-2. Rodolfo's 12-2, 28 years old, 6'2", 77-inch win, 4-fight win streak.
Sounds scary.
3 KOs, 1 sub. He's been super active. Last fought in December, before that October. And this is his second UFC fight. So this guy's snowballing in.
Jimmy Crute has a tough fight ahead of him.
Bro, he's coming off the loss to Alonzo Mainfield with the rematch when he got submitted.
Oh, that's
when he
right.
had the controversial decision win before.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And before that, dude, lost to Jamal Hill and then lost to Anthony Smith. He's 1-3 in the last 4.
Oh, dude, I don't know if he's got this, man.
And we haven't seen him fight. This is his first fight back since July 2023 at UFC 290.
And poor Jimmy Crute, too. Because that injury that he had when he fought Anthony Smith, I'm pretty sure it was.
Now, dude,
sad.
He's 28 years old. He's been gone for a minute. Did Jimmy Crute go fucking focus up, lock in, level up? Are we about to see maybe a potential leveled up Jimmy Crute? 28 years old, man.
Yeah, you're
still fix a lot of things.
the fight game's unforgiving and the injuries already. It's like, I hope so. I hope you're right. Because you could always rehab.
This dude's tough sounding, man. Sounding like it's going to be a good fight. Rodolfo, do you think he can get the finish? TKO Jimmy Crute?
You know what? I'm going to give, maybe he's a parlay killer, Jimmy Crute.
I'm going to go Rodolfo.
Crute,
Let's see if what Jimmy Crute can withstand. Let's see. It's going to be a tough fight. I'm excited for it, though.
Maybe
they actually are two good fights. Start off the night pretty fire.
He going to get him.
Then we got Justin Tafa versus Taliesin Texeira. My bad. I don't know why I said it like that. Texeira. Bro. Taliesin, 7-0, 25 years old, 83-inch reach, 6'7".
That's what? Wait, 6'7",
6'7".
25. He's a freaking
from the Contender Series UFC debut. Started and since 2021, he's been getting all these fights. 6 wins by TKO, 1 submission win.
I'm not overlooking Justin Tafa.
Right? All his wins are by knockouts. If Justin Tafa wins a fight, you're getting knocked out. 7-4. He's 31 years old, 64-inch, 6 feet tall. Again, his only wins are by KO or knockout. 10th UFC fight. Last win was in 2023. Or was that a win? Oh, yeah. Last win was in February 2023 against Parker Porter. So that was a while ago. Dude. He hasn't fought in a while.
He's got a tough fight for the fact that the guy's that freaking size, that young.
Getting knocked out.
If he can't get the range,
I think
it's going to be a bad night.
Yeah, right?
It's like, you can't teach reach, right?
Tafa goes in.
Shit.
I think this is going to be a slugger. I'm going to go. I'm sorry, Tafa. I'm going Texeira.
I'm going Justin Tafa. I don't think he's going to take some shots. He's going to get in because we've seen big boys that are tall get freaking knocked out. Look at Stefan Struve, man. I mean, just because you're a skyscraper don't mean you can't fall.
Right? And then, guys, Jobins, we got Zhang Weili versus Tatiana Suarez. I'm excited for this fight. I don't care what Warlike Sean, Tim, and all them guys say. Super excited for this fight. Weili's looked incredible. She's such a good fucking athlete. The countdown was sick. If you guys haven't seen the countdown yet, it was awesome. Her coach says she's like a sponge when it comes to learning shit.
It's just crazy to me, though, bro, how much time's been since they've had fights.
Yeah.
Like April of 2024 for Wei Zhang against Zhao. I can't say the other Chinese fighter that's really great. And then Tatiana, too, having that layoff since 2023, I'm pretty sure, dude.
Her story's so sick, bro. That's fucking motivating. Grew up wrestling, cancer, fell in love with jiu-jitsu, started fighting, dominating. But it does suck that she's been fucking injury prone, you know? She's been dealing with a lot of neck injury, the fucking cancer. Yeah. But, dude, I think she gets the job done. I think she's going to be a little too much for Weili. Weili's going to be crazy. I think this could be a really good fight. Really fun fight.
I think Weili's going to destroy Tatiana.
You think so?
I think it's going to be.
Dude, she's got impressive wins, and I know it just sucks because she was gone for so long. Alexis Grasso.
Weili's strength, bro. Even though she's an Olympic-level wrestler, I would even say for Tatiana.
Tatiana probably would have been a fucking gold Olympic champion.
Is strong as hell. She lifted up the mountain, I'm pretty sure, bro.
What's the height? I know.
She's strong as hell. And she's from China, dog. And who was the last person that she fought also from China dominating women's MMA? The Chinese, bro. I mean, I said it on the pod with Warlike when I said I never make bets on Asian fighters for my parlays just because it's bad luck for me for some reason. What about the Asian chicks, though? They've been killing it.
Weili's had such a fire career, too. Such a fun, explosive career. And it's been fun when you go to press conferences. We've been at press conferences with her and how loud people get for her. And she just knows, like, she's just got that perfect thing about her that gets you excited. You know, the way she handles everything.
Tatiana winning would be like an epic storyline, though. Because I do like the story. Epic. And I like the American flag, the card that you have. And it's like, that's
I got
sick.
I got a few autographs. I'm pretty sure I have a letter from her, too. I got to look. But
it would be fire.
I honestly it's like, dude, she could be, if it's just the injuries That's the only thing that I'm wondering about her career, how long this lasts when it comes to that, the neck. The neck's so huge, dude. But it's like she could literally be one of the next dominating women's champions like Amanda Nunes. She could be that. I know Weili's exciting, but if she were to go out and make Weili look easy and submit her like it was nothing, she could very well, and not have, and her injuries stay okay, and then she boom, boom, boom. She could be a huge star.
Dude, it's just like the fact that like she had one goal of being like an Olympic gold medalist, but then so that got deterred, and then she went into jiu-jitsu and everything, where it's like, how long has Weili been doing this?
Oh, I know.
With the experience aspect, it just scares me a little bit. Even though you could be at the gym every day, it's like someone's been in the gym every day for more years.
That's what makes this fight so exciting, because Weili is awesome. And if she goes out there and TKOs this dominating girl who's been that just shows how true of a mixed martial artist she is and how amazing she is. So either way, I think at the end of the day, the UFC is going to win no matter what with this fight, because they're both awesome.
Yeah, then hopefully it's not like a blowout either way. I'd like a competitive fight between the two of them that's exciting. That'd be the biggest win.
Her resume, the fucking injuries. This resume is impressive, guys. Alexis Grasso sub. Carla Esparza knocked her out. Nina Nunes decision against the Nunes. It's like a Khabib team, you know, and I know it's not everybody, but you got Amanda, you know what I mean? Montana De La Rosa submitted her. Jessica Andrade submitted her. Like, that's fucking legendary.
That's pretty good.
Dominating. So very excited. You're going Weili.
Yeah.
We've had opposite picks, and I like it.
I think it's opposite picks the whole way, dude.
I'm really excited, dude. I'm really excited. And then you got DDP. Now, I think because of the way DD fights, it could be this could be a very well identical fight that we saw from the first one.
That's a good prediction.
Right? And I don't want that to happen. You got what we love. We got Alex Pereira in Sean Strickland's corner. And that's fucking legendary.
Because, dude, his stand-up was already, like you're saying, kind of piecing DDP up.
Yeah.
More than DDP piecing him up.
When you can go and get beat by a guy and then go become his friend, especially a guy like Alex Pereira, and take lessons from him, learn from him, Sean Strickland's the man.
It's mixed martial arts, though, bro. And it's like DDP's wrestling.
The unapologetic Sean Strickland. America.
If he can't stop the takedown, it's gonna be like you said, like an identical fight. I think that's gonna be the big change.
You want to talk about barbecue, you want to talk about chopping wood, you want to talk about fighting in bars, you want to talk about beer, you want to talk about punching people in the face as soon as they say the wrong thing. That's fucking Sean Strickland.
And honestly, bro, I think what's gonna happen would be sick. Jovins, DDP goes out there, destroys Sean Strickland, and guess what? Because Alex Pereira's been training him and they've already been talking shit, they get it face to face, and they fight next.
Well, Alex is fighting Akhmanov, or however you say his last name, Ankalaev.
Dude, he needs to beat Ankalaev because he needs to face the wrestler that's DDP.
Right.
He needs that kind of grappler fight to solidify his legacy. And DDP, who better than DDP?
I know, and it would piss me off if DDP just took Alex Pereira down the whole time. But I just feel like he's too small for Alex Pereira. Alex Pereira would be able to take that.
That's it. See, you might have a good point there.
I feel like Alex Pereira, I don't know.
There's weight classes for a reason, too.
Right?
That would be interesting. I just would be kind of a fun one.
All eyes are on Hamzat. Will Hamzat be there? Right? He'll be there.
Oh, dude, 100%.
He's gotta be. And he's getting in that cage after the fight. And I like the way I vision Hamzat after DDP wins. For some reason, I want Sean Strickland to do it, but it'd be even cooler. Imagine Sean Strickland wins, and he's talking shit, and then Hamzat comes running out from the crowd, jumps the fence all violently, gets in Sean Strickland's face. That would be fire. And then what if Sean Strickland beat Hamzat, dude? It'd be fucking sick.
If he beats DDP, there's no reason dude.
Bro, if he beats
Hamzat's
DDP,
a whole different beast. Who have you seen?
Dude, everyone's saying Hamzat's going to roll.
Even Usman gets taken down.
See. That Robert Whittaker fight was so fucking terrifying and scary from Hamzat. It was like, that was the one that, like, we were like, okay. And then we're like, okay, on that one. Like, god damn.
If Sean Strickland whooped his ass, that'd be crazy.
It'd be nuts, bro.
It'd be nuts,
I would be
dude.
like, we'd be talking about it on the pod. It's gonna be massive. I'm going Sean Strickland. Can Sean Strickland make just a few corrections, which is I think all it would really kind of take for him to beat DDP? And then again, is this whole fight inches of corrections?
You know what I'm seeing happen? I'm seeing Sean Strickland win because of DDP overexerting himself in the first or second round when he's on top of him, trying to secure a finish to try to change the fight from last time.
Yep.
And what's that going to do? It's going to make his labored breathing. He's going to not be fighting as quick, and Sean's going to get him.
If Sean Strickland TKO DDP this weekend, I'd freak out. And it sucks because I like DDP.
DDP's going to beat himself, dude.
I like DDP. But I'd freak out if Sean Strickland TKO'd him. Yeah. Sad Sean Strickland don't like me. I got to stay away from him. You got this fucking guy.
Yeah.
Because I was rooting for Sean, staying in it. Fucking, yeah.
Dude, did you hear about what Bryce Mitchell said on a podcast?
I did, and everyone, it's like, damn, on his first pod.
That is, it's like, dude, don't talk, man.
That's why I was like, dude, if he were to get removed from the UFC from that, do you think it'd benefit his podcast? Or do you think everyone's just like, nah, fuck
I think he's got CTE or something, seriously. Because even on X, he doesn't even, like, his tweets even sound, like, weird. In the future, and, like, just look at just how he spells it.
Oh, well, he's
in the future, I will be much more considerate when talking about the suffering of all peoples. And that was after the backlash of him talking, like, giving kind of praise to Hitler. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, Bryce, just don't, man.
I've never heard about the Jews like turning gay and transitioning. I've never heard that one.
Oh, fuck.
I know. So
maybe there's something out there. I didn't do my research on that. I'm not here to discuss. That's crazy, though.
Like everyone, like, dude, Hitler's goal was to eliminate people off the planet.
Right.
And a whole entire fucking like, dude,
there's no way to justify that.
You can't justify that. And what those people went through, like, that's why one of my things in my bucket list is I do want to go to a Holocaust museum, just because you just really, like, we all need to know history. I'd love to see the pyramids. Like, there's just shit that I want to see to help understand, because like we've talked about, you don't know the full magnitude of things until you're actually in front of it. Like, we can read about it, we can see it on YouTube, we can watch all these videos, but when it's in front of you is when you get the full magnitude.
Yeah.
And I do want to go to a Holocaust museum, because I've watched museum tours on YouTube. There's a really cool guy. He has a YouTube channel. He gives a lot of cool details and teaches you about everything. But again, I just want to be there because it's like, Bryce, bro, have you not ever been to anything like that? Have you ever been in front of like where shit actually happened? Because that's when you get the feeling, the full scale, and what those people went through, bro. No one should. And there's the suffering. Now, he's talking about people suffering right now. He does have a point there. That's what's stupid about Bryce Mitchell, is because there's like one little tiny minuscule part of truth on top of his absurd what he's saying just to get the views. You know what I mean?
Oh, do you think he didn't even really mean what he said when he...
I don't know what the fuck's going on in that head, because people are suffering. Bro, we have it so good. We have it too good. You know what I mean? We have it so good that our conception of life and how other people live is fucked.
I know.
Because there is some suffering going on out there. True horrible acts of Hitler happening. There are acts of Hitler happening where people are fucking with power, killing people, violently killing people in ways that would terrify us, scare the fuck out of us. So there is suffering going on in the world. It's like, and like Joe Rogan was talking about recently on his pod, it's like, why the fuck? And I think he's like part of the one world order type shit, because he says it right there, because it just makes sense. Why is it good here and not there? Like, we live in this time period where it's like it's even weird that we have tribes on an island separated from people. And I know I get it. Right? But at the same time, we live in this world where it's like people shouldn't be not having water.
Well, that's kind of a question about, like, are you talking about like the Amazon tribes and shit?
Yeah.
And, like, those indigenous
and there's just places
peoples?
where people how far they have to go to get water. I just feel like there's ways that like the people who have all this money could really affect the world in a good way.
Yeah. There's a lot of suffering and stuff, and there could be things to change.
And there are so many things that take part, where cities were built, where things, what they're built on, where they're built around. It's so much. But yeah,
Damn,
what Bryce said
real.
was fucked. Yeah. Surprised UFC didn't cut him. You know what I mean? And Tim's like, yeah, they're gonna give him to the Wolves now. So,
dude, especially because Trump's such a big supporter of UFC and
But what
Dana White,
happens-
and then he's got to be like, dude, try to distance from that Hitler rhetoric.
what happens
Jeez.
if they're like, okay, we're gonna start giving Bryce all the Wolves, and then he just starts beating everybody and becomes champ, and then he's on this podcast saying all these crazy things. Now you got something.
He's been knocked out a few times.
That one, who was
He's
it?
gonna
Taporia?
have. Yeah, I don't see. Yeah. Oh my god, he did fight Taporia. Dude, that was.
Yeah, that might have been the one.
That's a good ass fight though.
Yeah.
I mean, Ilya's mean.
Yeah, no, I did see all that. Fuck. We got some big fights this weekend out in our camp.
Hell yeah.
We got JP3 fighting. We got Danny Flores fighting. Following weekend, we got a bunch of other guys fighting. This weekend, we also have, I think it was like 28, some extreme number of people competing in jiu-jitsu tournaments this weekend. So if you're at the gym and you're watching our pod, shout out. We love you.
Yeah, we
Appreciate
love you.
And
Good
you
luck.
got this.
Exactly.
You got this.
Don't even need luck because you're prepared.
We got a lot of white belts going out there competing, I think, for the first time. Don't worry about them jitters, baby. You know where you've been training. You know where you've been working. It's all about that confidence, baby. White belts are going to fucking clean the slate, bring home a bunch of gold fucking medals.
You already did all the hard work.
Yeah, so
Getting
it's
ready.
super exciting. Tim has signed the lease. We can talk about it. It's officially happening. The gym's moving.
Damn.
We're upgrading.
That is pretty cool. But also, it's like, man, there's been so many memories at the old gym.
Oh,
but it'll
yeah.
be cool to see it an upgrade as well.
Well, bro, this is the third for us. We're seeing the third upgrade.
I know.
And it's the fifth for Tim. Johnny has seen it all.
And then I like it when the older guys like Kells and all of them talk about training in a garage, and it's like, wow.
They all need to take a photo on an Instagram of each gym that when this one we're all settled in, everything's done, and it's like been a couple months that everything's good. You should take a photo of all the gyms because that's that's
have it on a wall or something. That'd be pretty cool. Just like, wow, what a history.
Jobin's this warehouse. And it's funny because we literally just walk out of the plaza, make a right, past the dollar store, past Danny's little plaza, which is also going to turn into now our plaza because these like girls doing kickboxing or some shit, they're leaving. So Art's going to get that. Yeah. Then
That's crazy.
Yeah. Then it's going to go Art and Recharge, Java House, which can open from both sides, which opens up into the gym, which I'm really excited about because I love the coffee shop we have, but I do kind of miss it being in the second gym because I felt more involved with everybody.
I see what you mean.
I'm secluded in there, right? So we'll all be able to see everything. All the classes going on, everyone will be right there, open. It's going to be sick. Tim's got offices at the top. There's going to be a locker room. There's going to be a weight room, pod rooms. Sean's putting his cage in the left side. He's the cage that we have in the gym right now. That's not going to be a cage anymore. He's going to use those to separate the rooms so that he can have his classes and the beginners have their classes.
Okay.
Yeah, so that'll be in the middle. It's going to be so beautiful to see. I'm so proud for Tim. I'm so happy for him. He's super stressed right now, but he said he was every time he's moved. The classes we have now, bro, they're too big. There's not enough space.
Yeah, no, I've seen a couple of those no-gi classes that Brock shows me, and they're crazy packed, which is cool with this. But like, hey, an upgrade is gonna be awesome.
It's meant to be. It feels like that's meant to be the Red Hawk Academy. It's gonna be so awesome, Jobins. I can't wait to start helping. Tim gets the ball rolling when he gets shit going.
Yeah, dude. Shout out to Tim, good legendary coach, and then everyone that's coaching for him too is legends.
And he's so good at orchestrating help, at having his people help him, getting it done, moving parts. It's like he's playing chess with himself. You know?
Yeah, dude. He's got an army of badasses.
Yeah. He's gonna be crying here soon. When that grand opening happens and he's looking at it all come together, I'll get to give him a big old hug and say, "You did it, buddy." And then if it all goes kapoosh, I'll be like, "Hey, you tried, buddy. We tried."
A lot of hard work, man.
Wow.
I think it's gonna.
He's gonna build so many fucking champs in that gym. in that room.
believe it.
That's what I see when I look in there, you know, the future. And it's cool hearing everyone get super excited for it. Some people are getting emotional. They're looking around the gym. They're going, man, it's been so awesome here. We're going to look back. The people across, shout out Die Hard. You guys have always been great neighbors. Mm-hmm. They're sad, but they don't have to walk too far. But they were like literally just a couple steps getting in some refreshments.
Mm-hmm. It's cool to see how much they've leveled up in jiu-jitsu too, dude.
Oh, yeah. And their gym. They've got the Die Hard gym just keeps evolving too. Mm-hmm. I wonder what's going to get put in the space where the gym's at now. Time will tell. But yeah, super exciting. We got some big moves happening right now in the Red Hawk Academy, Jobins. Super exciting to see. Maybe it would take a while, but maybe, I know Tim's probably going to do it, but maybe I can make a little work vlog, like one last tour of how we have it now.
That would be cool.
And then when we start getting it.
Because you got to appreciate those moments, right? You know, before it all changes.
And that would be kind of a cool vlog. It would just take a while to film and make. Mm-hmm. But it would be cool. Yeah. Did you hear this story, Jobins? This one's fucking crazy. OnlyFans star falls to death from hotel balcony while filming a three-way.
I had that same story here, too.
Damn.
That is crazy. And
coming and going at the same time. I forget who made that joke. Someone made that joke.
Dude, is it what? Because they haven't deemed it yet. A homicide or an accident. They haven't had a conclusion.
I'm too afraid of heights, Jobins. And I've been to some pretty tall things with the balcony, you know, and you look over that edge. Now, to keep a boner, you got to have no fear of heights, right? To keep a boner on a high balcony where it's like potentially falling to your death, you gotta be like an extreme, like, yeah, you gotta get off to that, because I'd be like, oh, and now my boner's going down.
Was that the case that they were actually having sex on the balcony?
Oh, no, I didn't like get full into it.
Right.
I just wanted to hear your thoughts about it, because in my head, they're banging and she fell. Slip, fall. What'd you read?
Well, I read that they were in a hotel filming the scene and she happened to fall off the balcony, and they haven't determined yet if it's an accident or foul play.
I know. Imagine you're having a three-way on a balcony, right? And it's great. But
I would imagine you're having sex inside the hotel room. And then maybe she had to step out for a second.
No.
Because I'm scared of heights too, bro. So for me, I'd have to be like, that's a no-go.
In my head, they're trying to make content. They're trying to make crazy content. They're having sex at some area where you could slip and fall. And in my head, she's partaking in the three-way. And she slipped and fell. And then it's like, there's no way they finished the scene, right?
That would be, I mean, it's possible, slightly possible, but probably no way. That's just
imagine
effed up, man.
I know it's a bad joke.
I think they might have murdered her too, though.
Wrong joke. You think so?
What if so, dude, how much security do some of these OnlyFans models have? What if she was doing this shit on her own, and she was like, she got two guys she doesn't even really know going to this thing, and then maybe she has like her boundaries, and these guys are like, she's some OnlyFans slut, she shouldn't have any boundaries, and then they snap her something, dude. And it's in Brazil, and they're just like, hey, we can get away with this. No one's going to miss this OnlyFans slut. OnlyFans is crazy. That one Lily Phillips girl had 100 people, and how much vetting do you do? How much vetting did she have for these two guys that she did the threesome with?
OnlyFans is crazy. The coin flipping's crazy. There's a lot of crazy things going on. See, in my head, I guess I'm just too innocent. You know, I'm just like, I'm putting myself in this three-way moment, and if I'm having a three-way with two girls, boom, 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 and then the one falls to her death, you're going, no! Like, that would be such a traumatic event. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That would fuck you up for the rest of your life.
Well, just like that One Direction guy, too.
Yeah.
Wasn't he killed?
That's what they're thinking. I'm pretty sure people were arrested.
People don't just accidentally fall off balconies, bro.
But that's the thing. Like, if you're having a three-way and you slip, things can get slippery. What if you know what I mean? What's
her mental health? What if she regretted everything and she killed herself? That's also an option.
To just be, yeah. That would fuck me up.
It's tragic at the end of the day, but it's a crazy story because it's like, what happened?
What did happen? You got it right. You got a point. Was she murdered? There definitely needs to be an investigation, right? But then it's like, okay, if you're having a three-way, it's like that would have been almost like the perfect crime, because it's like, how do you have the evidence that she was pushed? There had to have been camera or something.
I get
like
the
there's
chills.
No evidence.
Yeah.
Because you
You
know
can't
what I
put cameras in a private place like a hotel room where you shouldn't. I don't know if they would. That's messed up.
Either way, yeah. Yeah.
That is messed up, bro.
I just don't. People are probably having 3-ways in some pretty extreme fucking places. That's the only thing I'm like, what the fuck? What are you doing having a 3-way to fall? Where? Because I'm like, fuck that. I'm too afraid of heights.
And like, what about mountains and other crazy places?
Right?
They have to.
I get
There's
that.
got to be some kind of audience for that.
I get that. Going and have a 3-way in the desert or on top of a snowy mountain or in the jungle. Like, I get that. But then you're putting yourself in danger as bears and other animals. And that's something, again, you're having a 3-way in the jungle and I hear, I'm going to lose my boner. You know what I mean? I'm scared. So, and bugs. You got to think when you're out in nature, there's bugs, plants, itchy, pokey, ow. Mm-hmm. People are crazy. I like my bed too much. My comfy bed. Nice, comfy covers.
I know, man.
Soft covers, pillows.
Honestly, I don't want
red light.
I would never want a penthouse just because I don't like going to the top.
You want that sex dungeon shit. That's what you want. You want that sex room shit.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There ain't nothing
no judgment
wrong with
here. As long as boundaries are set and respect is there.
We don't go in that room when we come over to Brendan and Shannon's room. That's the off-limits room.
Yeah.
But yeah, good night of fights coming up. Good week. We're grinding. Stay safe if you're having 3-ways. Don't do it on extreme locations where death could be imminent. There's some there's some real crazy conspiracies with all these planes blowing up and falling. And then I saw this one with numbers, and they were saying if you have a flight that ends with a 7 or adds up to an 11, don't fucking get on it. Some crazy shit like that. That was really, I almost don't want to get on planes anymore.
You can't be ruled by fear too.
I know. Bro, they were minutes from landing. When I heard that, I've now put myself, I've been on a plane many times. And I know how it feels when you're on a long flight and they go, all right, thank you, everybody. We're getting a couple minutes. We're going to be landing here in Phoenix, Arizona, and I hope you enjoyed your flight. Mm-hmm. They got that. A couple minutes, you're landing. You're preparing yourself to land after a long flight, and you fucking get, and in my head, I've always wondered this too. I'm like, there's so many planes going on all the time. And I know that like they have the math and the computers that make them all fucking run different heights and different routes so that these things don't happen. But it's like, it's crazy that we don't see more of this. And why all of a sudden now are we all of a sudden seeing a whole bunch of plane crashes, plane things? There was people getting murdered telling about planes. Like, this has been going on for a little bit.
Dude, that whole thing, though, pisses me off, man. If you look case by case, this should have never freaking happened, man. How much money do we put tax dollars go into the military-industrial complex? And it's a military helicopter flying around doing drills, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
Why the hell are you doing drills in an airspace that planes go through already? Everyone that's in charge there should be fired immediately. And then that whole system's stupid as hell. Military airspace should be so far away from any planes that are landing. How far away was it from landing? Bodies in the Potomac River now in D.C. I'm sorry, it's a hard river to pronounce.
Yeah,
it's bullshit.
Yeah.
There's no excuse for this to have happened.
Bro, it was really
collision.
sad. I saw that it was like a whole bunch of buddies were hunting, and imagine this. I think it was 7 of them or 11 of them that died. They were on the planes back home, and they all had just did a successful hunting trip that they usually would do with each other. 3 of them drove home with their dogs and everything packed up with their cars. Imagine us if we had our annual hunting trip. We just had a great time hunting. All right, guys, you're going on your plane to go home. We're going to drive home. And we find out that they all just died in a plane crash. Like, dude.
I want to know who all was on that plane.
The family of the flight.
It's just ridiculous.
Now, was this just a horrible mix-up of a bunch of dummies fucking with errors? Very well could have been.
Very well could have been.
Very well
Still
could have been.
Inexcusable.
I know, because it's just like how Trump said. It's just, dude, it was bright. It was a clear night. How does someone fuck up like that? And with the it's weird. All the videos I've seen, it's a bright light, and it's like my grandma has enough time to not fly into that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and how do you not see that? How do you keep going? That's where it's just, why is there always got to be some weird shit? But again, it could have just been fucking dumbasses.
Mm-hmm. I know, right? Is it gross
Dumbassery.
incompetence? Gross incompetence?
Idiocracy.
Or was it intentional?
Idiocracy. Was it intentional? There's all these things going on with planes. I remember a few months ago, Jobins, and I know I'm weird about thinking these kinds of things, but I kept seeing this reel go around because back, you know how people mod Grand Theft Auto?
Mm-hmm.
It was like, oh, it was like a thing joking about a computer glitch. When the computer glitches, blah, blah, blah. And it's this guy in a I don't know if you've seen this, Jovins. It's a character in Grand Theft Auto in a nice hotel, right? You know how you can buy the hotels in your rooms?
Yeah.
He's in one of those. And all the planes are falling on this guy. There's just a shit ton of planes falling from the sky into the ground. And this was months ago. And then again, people have been getting murdered, coming out saying that there's problems with Boeing. People it's essentially like our bridges and highways upkeep, right? When greed comes into power, their upkeep shrinks.
Mm-hmm.
Money back in shrinks because greed grows. So is this a bunch of greed that's grown and they didn't put the money back in and now we're going to have... it's like, bro, fuck. It's almost like I don't even know about traveling on a plane anymore right now for a while.
Yeah. And talking about greed, too, just because tariffs are getting crazy, the Trump administration imposed a 25% tariff on goods from Canada and Mexico, 10% from China.
This is what got McKinley killed.
And dude, Jobins, I learned a lot about tariffs just last night because me and Shannon were putting it in a chat GPT on what tariffs are exactly because it's a tax imposed by the government. Yep. So like say the a US company's buying shirts from China for and then China gets $10 for the purchase and then they sell the shirts for $15, make a $5 profit. Now the US has imposed tariffs on China. So those same shirts, you still have to pay China $10, but now you're actually having to spend $1 to the US government for the tariff. So it's $11 now. So they have to charge $16 now for the shirts so the customer is having to buy 16 instead of 15 like before.
Well, that's why he put a whole stop to that car thing in Mexico.
Exactly. So it incentivizes consumers to buy made in USA products.
Just to make sure that our country is getting money back.
Mm-hmm. It's a very interesting concept.
It's essentially, I was going to say, it's just essentially getting back. But tariffs are what got that one guy killed. And when you fuck with power and money, Trump's definitely got one of the biggest targets on his back. 100%. 100%.
Oh, yeah.
But it's crazy how much they fear him. Like, people legit fear Donald Trump. So I just wonder how that all plays out. How does maybe Putin, maybe the Chinese people, maybe all these people, maybe they don't fear Trump. Maybe they're like, you know what, we'll work with it, we'll do this, but we got this going on. I don't know.
Dude, everyone's charging terror. It's a trade war. It's kind of it'd be a cool movie in itself. Like we always have the traditional war movies. Let's have a trade war movie.
Well, it's all...
You know, like The Big Short type deal? I would like a movie like that where it explains it in that kind of way because it is a really interesting like whole dynamics.
God, there is smart people I can listen to that help me know about this kind of stuff. I really like Patrick Bet-David.
Oh, yeah, dude. Patrick Bet-David's cool.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That just really helped fill you in on what the fuck it's really about. Because there's just so much. It's so much to get fucking through. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And at the end of the day, Jovins, I'm dumb. You know I'm dumb. I'm just trying to learn. I'm trying to figure it all out.
Hey, you do a lot of smart shit, too, like getting a crock pot. Can't wait for that. We got a crock pot, Jovins.
We did. We always had a crock pot back at home, but we've never bought one while we've been out here. And yeah, I'm very excited. I have requested Brendan to make a creamy garlic Irish potato soup.
Mm-hmm. That's happening.
I want it. My mom would make the best potato soup I've ever had. I miss her potato soup. Mom, can't wait to see you. Can't wait to get you out here so you can make us some potato soup.
So you can get out here so you can cook.
No, way more than do that.
Yeah, no, of course.
Just some things I miss Mama's cooking, you know? She makes them, and we can make dips. We can make so many things in a crock pot, Jovins. If you don't have a crock pot, get yourself a crock pot because they're worth it. Fairly cheap, super cheap.
Yeah, it wasn't much. It's a pretty badass little device.
I like it. You got anything else before we end episode 183?
The only thing I gotta say, Jobins, is I'm trying to get the water. I bought one that's smaller than yours. Dude, it's 32 instead of 64. I wish I worked out more with you too, dude, because the lunges killed me for the whole freaking week, dude.
I hate lunges.
Crushed me. I gotta do lunges again because my legs are back to normal now, so I gotta kill them again. Thank you for the workout, dude. I just wish that our schedules aligned so I could work out with you more.
Oh, I know. Well, it's just because you think, like, Jobins, if you don't know, like, I'm blessed, right? Shout out David and Die Hard. Because if you don't really know how to work out, you're not really working out. Mm-hmm. You can think you're working out because you're like, oh, I'm a little sore. But, like, there is a big difference when it actually comes to working out correctly and pushing yourself in how you feel. Mm-hmm. And so I took my photos today. I forgot to do it yesterday. But at the beginning of the month, Jobins, I'm holding myself accountable, and I'm taking photos of myself. And I felt really good because I already saw a little change. So it feels good. I'm working on where I can tighten up, always tighten up better, which is my dieting. When I eat, how much I eat, what I eat, always can be dialed up on. Mm-hmm. Yesterday we had a boys' day, didn't cave, came home, made chicken wings. Wasn't going to do that shit. I told Tim and Sean, I'm like, just because it's boys' day or it's like, it's cool to have cheat meals and shit. It's like, or not, you know what I mean? Or just always be dialed. Like, grapes are helping me. I really like grapes. Those are in the protein shakes. Those are craving my sweet tooth because Schmitty's got a sweet tooth. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Yeah. Dialing up.
Dude, you got me inspired, man. I'm dialing up too. I'm feeling morning routines, waking up earlier. It's good.
If you can find someone, Jobins, that really knows how to work out and you want to start working out, I highly recommend it. Again, thank you, David.
Mm-hmm. I'm already feeling better, dude.
Dude, I feel so much better, bro. I've been really down lately. I was really down. I'm back up now.
Hell yeah.
But I just know that whenever I'm working out, I'm staying consistent with things. My mental health is so much better. So much better. So, yeah. We love you guys. Episode 183. Hope you guys have a good, safe week. Hope we have a good UFC 312. And we'll see you next time.
Love you, Jobins.
Love you.